house placement. Right now, we are starting from Virgo through Aquarius because a few days ago, we did do Pisces through Leo. So welcome to my channel, AquaStarGoddess. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. Hit the bell button so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video, and certainly smash the like button. I'm going to go into now going to do this reading. We're going to be talking about the 8th house placement, and in your 8th house placement, that is where you can find your magical abilities. So we are going to look into the 8th house placement for the signs of Virgo through Aquarius. And so bear with me because I'm going to be kind of reading on down the line of some of these things. So Virgos placed in the 8th house have various different magical powers. Why my brain stuff like that? So they're going to be related to deep healing, transformation, intuition, or intuitive understanding of others' secrets. Ooh, and the ability to navigate complex or taboo subjects with a practical and analytical approach. So harnessing the power of these meticulous observation to dive into hidden aspects of life and other psyche. Now, I wanted to remind you guys that just because, hey Shaylee, now I wanted to remind you guys that just because you may have an 8th house in one placement or another does not mean that some of these other magical abilities you don't possess, because you could definitely. The other day we were reading what we were reading. We were reading Pisces through Leo. And on multiple occasions, there were many abilities that I could see that I had in other placements. I'm okay. How about you? So I want you guys to remember that if you have an 8th house in these signs, it mostly means that you have, like, those are things that are going to be supernatural to you. And it may not take you a whole lot of a learning curve like it may for others, and vice versa. So now, powerful healer. So due to Virgo's natural inclination towards service and attention to detail, they can be exceptionally skilled at healing on a deep emotional level, often identifying the root causes of issues others may not be aware of. So, you know, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep reading, and then we can kind of break down some of these and what I think about those things. So intuition and insight. So the 8th house amplifies Virgo's natural intuition, allowing them to sense others' hidden emotions, desires, motivations with remarkable accuracy. Transformation through analysis. So Virgo's analytical mind can be used to dissect complex situations and personal transformations, providing clarity and direction where others might feel lost. Boundary management. So while deeply empathetic, Virgo in the 8th house can also set strong boundaries, protecting themselves from being overly drained by others' intense emotions. Taboo topics expertise. So this placement can indicate a comfort level with exploring sensitive or taboo subjects, potentially leading to a career in fields like psychology, therapy, or spiritual guidance, which is super interesting because, you know, sometimes, and I won't say this is for me, but I'm just saying that what I've noticed with other people is that sometimes people are very uncomfortable talking about certain things. For instance, you know how some people are just super uncomfortable about talking about sex in any kind of manner. And I'm not talking about your actual sex life, like what you do in your bed. Ain't nobody said none of that, but like just about sex in general, you know. And some people are very uncomfortable talking about that. Some people are very uncomfortable talking about religion, politics, et cetera, et cetera. So if you are able to talk about taboos, or really, you know, that's really good as relates to psychology, because once again, it does help you to kind of bring out those conversations and topics from others in order to help them to heal that sense or need that they have to, like, hide that thing or cover that thing up. Because, you know, once again, that could be sort of an unhealed wound that might be present as well. So the important considerations for Virgo in the 8th house is the aspects formed by Virgo in the 8th house with other planets in their chart will significantly influence the experiences of these magical abilities. And this is what I've been kind of saying on the previous video about this as well, is that sometimes, you know, your other placements may challenge that. So for instance, I have like a 6th house sun. And I believe that placement or another placement kind of subdues the Leo in me, right? So I've got a Leo, which most people look at, oh, you have to be out in the front, you have to be the center of attention. But I'm not really like that. I can fall back and let other people have the center of attention. And I think that's either my 6th house or fifth house placement that allows me to be able to you know, not be bothered by those things. So we have to remember that the natal chart makes up several different placements that allows us to, or that either helps us to be even more of something or less of something, or, you know, something or another. So personal development. So to access these powers effectively, Virgo individuals with this placement need to cultivate self-awareness, trust their intuition, and practice healthy boundaries. That is so key, practicing healthy boundaries. So that was for Virgo in the 8th house. 8th house. Okay, so let's go forward. We're going to look at Libra now. 8th house. And then what's next after Libra? Oh, shit. What's after Libra? Okay. Is it Sagittarius? Oh, Lord. This is what happened. So in the last video, you're going to notice that I actually did Pisces second. I think I did Aries first and then Pisces. So yeah, this is because I might have forgotten which is which, so, or the order of them. Okay, so here we go. So Scorpio would be next. Okay, so Scorpio is going to be after this one. So before we get to Scorpio and then Sagittarius, and then Capricorn, and then Aquarius. Okay, just had to give myself a little note. Alrighty, moving forward, we're going to move into the 8th house in Libra. And the 8th house in Libra, hold on. Okay, so with the 8th house in Libra, we are looking at the 8th house because this is going to be where you're basically like your magical powers are, right? And I'm sure that there are other placements as well that might tell you a little bit more, but this is supposed to be where you find your occult behavior from in the 8th house. So that's why we're exploring this. I told you guys I'm trying to brush up on, not brush up, I'm trying to actually learn self-pace the astrology field. So that's kind of, we're going to be diving into that because I do feel like there's a lot more accuracy as it relates to astrology, especially as it relates to timing based upon charts and current placements and future placements and stuff like that. So a Libra in the 8th house is associated with magical abilities related to deep transformation, powerful partnerships, and ability to navigate complex emotional landscapes. Essentially, they can use their natural diplomatic skills to bring harmony and balance to intense, often hidden aspects of life, like shared secrets, intimacy, and taboo subjects. I don't know, this is sounding very much like Virgo. Let's go ahead and go into it though. So they might have an innate ability to facilitate profound healing in themselves and others through deep emotional connection and understanding, often by helping people confront their shadow aspects. Okay, so that's slightly different. So let's go forward. Psychic intuition. So their strong sense of balance can manifest as a heightened intuition about others, hidden emotions, desires, motivations, allowing them to read situations in people on a deeper level. One thing that I did notice was that sometimes the signs that are kind of next to each other, some of their skill sets may overlap, and that's kind of one of the things that I've been noticing also. I will go look a little bit deeper into it to make sure that that's actually a fact, but you know, let's keep moving. Relationship alchemy. Ooh, not relationship alchemy. So a Libra in the 8th house can possess a unique talent for creating powerful transformative partnerships by fostering deep intimacy, trust, and vulnerability with others. Which is a very important skill to have. You know, everybody doesn't have that skill. That's why it's important for us to recognize our differences and things like that, because we can also help one another in those, you know, differences that we have. Moving forward. Oh no, my hold on y'all, sorry, but I got 4%. It's gonna die. Why am I always doing this? Every time. Look, y'all on the charger right now, okay? Bear with me one second. Y'all on the charger right now. Oh, Okay. All I need for you to do is plug yourself in correctly. Thank you. Okay. All right, that did it. Sorry about that. I apologize. My bad, my bad. Okay, I didn't realize that my laptop was going too. So both my phone and my laptop are sitting here now on the charger. Great. Moving forward, Libra in the 8th house. So energetic balancing, nice. So the natural inclination towards harmony can translate to the ability to balance energies within themselves and others, potentially helping to resolve energetic blockages and or imbalances. Okay. Important considerations for this placement is the specific abilities, magical abilities for the Libra in the 8th house will be further influenced by the aspects of the other planets. We just talked about that. Considering that Libra's ruling planet is Venus. So we have to remember that might also impact those abilities. So personal development, to fully access your potential magical powers, Libra in the 8th house needs to confront their own fears around intimacy, power dynamics, and deep transformation. So we got to remember that just because, you know, you might have an 8th house in this place or in that placement doesn't mean that you don't also have other capabilities from your other placements in your zodiac sign may not also come in. So for instance, if you have like a moon in Cancer or something like that, most likely you're going to be highly intuitive. So that's something to note. All right. So we did the Libra. Moving on to Scorpio in the 8th house. Oh, this is going faster than the other one. I think I had more information on the other one. So if I need to come back and get more information on challenges or how to, you know, explore these, then we will do that on another video and just kind of like brush up on some last minute details. Okay, so 8th house in the Scorpio is going to be associated with the following magical abilities. That's going to include that deep transformation, intense intuition, the ability to delve into hidden truths, which sounds very similar to the last ones, right? Powerful healing energies and a strong connection to the mysteries of life and death. Okay, essentially acting as a conduit for the profound change in psychic insights. So that's interesting. Psychic abilities. So a heightened sense of intuition, allowing them to perceive the hidden emotions and motivations of others and potentially access deeper psychic knowledge. So I'm going to move forward, but I was just thinking maybe I should pull up my natal chart so we can kind of see what that actually looks like. Now, I'm not a Scorpio in 8th house, but I wanted to maybe see if I can pull up some details for y'all so you can kind of get an understanding, but we'll do that in a second. Let's focus on this first. So transformative healing says possessing a potent ability to facilitate deep healing processes in themselves and others, often involving emotional and spiritual transformation. So if you've got 8th house in the Scorpio in the 8th house, you know, this is about you being like, I don't know, I was about to say like the shaman or something, but you know how sometimes they have things such as like past life regression, soul retrievals, even just like healing retreats, right? So somebody with Scorpio in the 8th house may be really good at, you know, orchestrating those types of things so that they can also be guided. You're like a guided transformation person, okay? Moving forward, taboo exploration. So a natural curiosity about the darker aspects of life, including death, sexuality, and the occult, enabling them to navigate these topics with understanding. So to me, that really means that because you kind of naturally have this inclination to non-traditional information or concepts, you're going to flow right in there. It's like, oh yeah, it's like you might even know stuff you didn't even know you knew, right? Powerful magnetism, so a strong personal aura that can attract others deeply, influencing their emotions and thoughts. So that is, remember the movie Push? I think it's Push. Remember the movie Push? And remember how in that movie, their main thing that they were trying to do was basically they were using their mind and the power of their thought to force other people to do what they wanted them to do, right? So that is very much what that sounds like to me with the Scorpio in the 8th house. So it says a strong personal aura that can attract others deeply, influencing their emotions and their thoughts. Now, obviously, they didn't say that it was exactly that, but we have to use our mind. We have to expand in what something may actually, we have to expand the way that we think what something might actually be. So to me, that's right in line with push, you know, having the ability to feel so deeply and influence someone's emotions or influence someone's thoughts. I mean, come on. So investigation and research. So a keen interest in uncovering secrets and hidden truths, often excelling in investigative work or deep analysis. Okay, so that's remember that movie, not that movie, but that show. Gino watches it sometimes, called I think Psych. Maybe not Psych, but maybe Psych. Psych. I don't know what it's called, but and there's another one. No, maybe not Dexter. I was about to say Dexter, but no, he's just like chasing. He's a serial killer of serial killers. So maybe not that one, but maybe Psyche or Psych. That's a good one. Intense emotional connection. So the ability to deeply connect with others on a profound emotional level, often experiencing intense emotions themselves. So that's like an empath on steroids a little bit, not quite, but pretty much. The ability to deeply connect with others on a profound emotional level, often experiencing intense emotions themselves. So yeah, that's kind of like that's definitely being an empath. But when I see the term intense, you know, and deeply, it just makes me feel like being an empath, but on a deeper level, right? It's like, damn, like that's a lot to be potentially thinking about and feeling, you know? Moving forward, important considerations for Scorpio in the 8th house would be positive expression. When used positively, this placement allows the profound personal growth, spiritual development, and the ability to help others through challenging times. This is really important. You know, listen, obviously we're not all sit here to help other people get through their life shit, right? Some of these people got to go through their own shit. But oftentimes people feel very alone and they do feel unsupported. And so when you have the ability to kind of like connect with someone else's emotions, they can feel that as well. Okay, so I feel like even if someone else is not totally empathetic or if they don't totally an empath, if you're an empath, oftentimes people get an understanding that you understand them. You know, so just think about that. The negative expression is next. So if not channeled responsibly, the Scorpio in the 8th house energy can manifest as manipulation, obsession, and unhealthy fixations on power dynamics. That means you're controlling, okay? That means you're trying to tell everybody else what they're supposed to be doing and you ain't doing it, right? Like that is what that means. So I think reality here, when we look at the 8th house of Scorpio, an area of opportunity would be really learning how to hone in on that positive aspect of it all for you, but for others as well. And then obviously, if you do want to use it for nefarious reasons, you can, you know, but at least having some bit of control over it and understanding what you're doing, that gives, you know, honestly, when you know what your ability is and you really work towards learning how to use them, it really does give you a lot of it really does give you a better sense of control of, you know, the dynamics around you, because sometimes you can understand, okay, I think I was feeling super intensely that day, so I understand why everybody around the house is acting crazy this day. You know, like when you're really able to kind of take a look at that, it really also makes you a lot more aware of your own mental, emotional, spiritual, you know, space as well. And so this is not just for Scorpio in the 8th house, by the way. This is for everybody. When you know what your spiritual abilities naturally are, it's helpful to have an understanding of those things so that you can also be aware that, yeah, maybe if you have this ability to deeply tap into people's emotions and change their thoughts and their feelings, okay, based upon whatever the hell you might be going through, and it didn't say change, it said influencing their emotions and thoughts, then it's important to recognize that sometimes if you're feeling super negatively and you've got Scorpio in the 8th house placement, other people, you can influence the way that they're feeling also. So that's another thing is like, let's just say on the opposite side, let's just say you got a Scorpio on 8th and I got 8th and something else. This could be how, you know, somebody can pick up a vibe. Sometimes I can walk by somebody or somebody can walk by me and I'm like, they got a bad attitude right now, you know? You never really know other people's placements as you're walking by them. So sometimes it may be that you picked up on their energy because they got 8th house in Scorpio, okay? So that's something interesting to kind of take a look at. It's really giving me the mindset to really process all of this stuff in a very different way now, because now it's causing me to look back at my own past experiences, situations that I've been in, or how sometimes I might have felt like super negatively, but not because something was happening or nothing like that. It was just somebody's vibe was off and I felt it and I picked it up and I didn't like that shit because what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? That's so funny. The fuck is your problem? You know? But it can be like that. And so I think if we are really taking the time to really just explore this stuff and understand it, I think it could be beneficial. I think it could be really beneficial. So, okay, moving forward. Okay. 1 second. So now we just finished up Scorpio in the 8th house. We want to go to Sagittarius now. And bear with me 1 second. I like this. Oh man, I really like this. I really do, because this is like next level, right? Like we were just looking at the mental and emotional stuff. Now we getting into that natal chart, boo. We getting into this spiritual stuff. Don't be walking around me with a bad attitude, Scorpio in the 8th house. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's so funny. Okay. Alrighty, so Sagittarius in the 8th house. So this one is kind of, let's take a look. 8th house for Sagittarius may support psychic abilities, okay? Deep change, okay? So this 8th house is associated with deep change and psychological exploration. So let's look. Okay, so for some reason, this one is not doing what it's supposed to do. So we're going to embrace life's transformative aspects with the adventurous spirit and quest for knowledge. Okay, yeah, we know that Sagittarius definitely represents probably like a monk or like a priest or something like that. Not always, but they do have a tendency to be interested in travel, education, and even spiritual knowledge and spiritual awareness as well. So let's take a look here. So Sagittarius in the 8th house characteristics. So the strengths of this placement are rooted in the individual's ability to approach profound and transformative experiences with optimism and a philosophical mindset. Such individuals are likely to embrace life's transformative aspects with an adventurous spirit on a quest for knowledge. Their philosophical approach to life's beginnings and endings can provide them with a broad perspective and a sense of liberation. Alrighty, so let's just read this whole little thing here, this little blurb that I'm looking at. So their ability to manage shared resources, debts, and bonds with optimism and exploration can also be considered a strength. Such individuals are likely to handle these practical matters with an adventurous spirit and with a thirst for exploring new strategies and solutions. Their innate curiosity and open-mindedness can also lead them to explore the esoteric aspects of life, enriching their understanding and knowledge. However, the challenges of this placement may surface when the expansive nature of Sagittarius collides, hold on, with the transformative and profound energy of the 8th house. So these individuals may struggle to strike balance between their quest for freedom and their need for deep emotional bonds. So their tendency to constantly seek new horizons might also make it difficult for them to settle and create lasting bonds. What is their magical abilities is the question, ma'am. Okay. So this is not giving me what I need to get. So I was doing some little researches, and you know what? I should have did this, but my program that I was actually using, an astrological program that I was using, is not working right now. So here we are trying to figure this out on the internet. Unfortunately. All right. So listen, I guess my little search here is going to end, I guess, because what? So let me just guess then. So bringing a little bit of balance and a little bit of harmony, not too much harmony, but a little bit. I can see that. I also feel like as far as Sagittarius goes, I think magically, based on the Sagittarians that I know, I feel like Sagittarians have a deep understanding of like the natural environment that they have. And what that means is this. I think they can pick up energy of non-tangible spirits. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me keep looking it up, though. I'm going to keep looking it up. But I have, with the experiences of the Sagittarius energies that I've experienced, I do feel that they may have the ability to pick up on basically like spirits, okay? Spirits around, spirits that are not present. So that could be a level of mediumship, okay? And the thing about it, the thing about it that I think is really worth calling out is that maybe it's a frightening thing to be able to do. If you're able to see or hear spirits, that can be a frightening experience to have to behold or have to address, okay? Alrighty, so let's see if we can get a better understanding. Nope. Nope. Transformation, intimacy, and life. Let's see if this is going to do it. So I do apologize about this little kind of interlude here that I had to have because unfortunately my little system just was like, I don't know what you're doing. So let's see if we can pull up the very next option. And sometimes you gotta fiddle with the internet just to query in the right way, you know? Sometimes you gotta query it in the correct manner. So let's see if we can do it here like that. didn't do. Okay. So let's move forward then. We're going to move into the... Okay, let's move forward. So we're going to have to come back to Sagittarius for the moment. In the meantime, let us focus. There's a quest for freedom, though. By the way, with the Sagittarius, there's a quest for freedom. So that might give you the ability to... This might give you the ability to help people let go of almost the material world, right? Not quite the material world, because, you know, to some degree, we kind of all still have this way about being attached and tethered to the material world. But if you are a Sagittarius in the 8th house, if you have that going on within you, then naturally you could draw and encourage others to let go a little bit of that material world. Whereas for someone like, let's say like a Virgo, not particularly in the 8th house, but just like a Virgo energy. So like somebody that's got Sagittarius in the 8th house that's dealing with like a Virgo moon or something like that, it may be something that you can do to pull that person out of this rigid actions, rigid behavior, or having to be like super meticulous and super, you know what I mean, super detailed about everything. Maybe sometimes you just, hey, come on and settle down a little bit. Okay, get outside of your bubble and open up a little bit. So it gives people a sense of letting your hair down. And maybe that's one of the things for sure that Sagittarius in the 8th house might be able to do. Alrighty, so let's move forward. Let's go into okay, so if you've got the 8th house in Capricorn, okay, you'll have a unique blend of qualities that can lead you to profound transformation. So these strengths of this placement lie in the ability to navigate life's changes with patience and pragmatism. So, ooh, child, right? Because first off, Capricorn has its own subset of energies, right? And just like Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, all the zodiac signs, they have their kind of their subset of characteristics that just go throughout. So wherever that those signs, those zodiac signs are placed in your chart is where they will have the most almost magical like, okay, feeling or vibe. So, like I said, the ability to navigate life's changes with patience and pragmatism, okay, form deep and lasting bonds and maintain balanced perspective. So, you know, especially if you're someone who, if you're somebody who is like high strung and you often are stressed out, or you allow things to like really overwhelm you or bother you, you know, when you've got that 8th house and Capricorn placement, that can really help you to remain balanced and almost on like an even kill here, and not be totally out of your minds. Like, totally not out of your minds bonkers, okay? It gives you a sense of discipline when you've got the ability to, you know, have patience and maintain a really balanced perspective. So that is going to be, you know, super helpful for yourself and for others. And we got to remember that these 8th house placements, Oftentimes when it's something that you can do for yourself is also, it's often something that you can do for others as well. So it's kind of like a community effort, as community power, not effort, but a community power as well. So anything that you can do within the self, you can also do for others or help others do as well. Because if you have a skill set, a natural innate ability to find the balance perspective in any type of circumstance or situation, then you can also offer that perspective to others. And, you know, depending on who it is that you're dealing with, that could be very valuable, you know, to those other people as well. So that's just something to kind of consider as we explore these 8th house placements. Okay. Okay. All right, let me see if I can keep y'all together, because y'all trying to fall in everything, ain't you? Ain't you? Alrighty, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move forward to Aquarius and the 8th house. And then I feel like there's some that we have to come back to and we have to rediscover. But, you know, I'm not getting enough details or information to really give you a full understanding. So I do want to come back to those because I don't want to just be guessing, right? I mean, I can I can intuitively think, you know, and all that stuff, but let's just be accurate, okay? Let's just be accurate. So the 8th house is an area that represents your intuition and magic. It's a powerful placement in which we can use our gut sentiment to assess feelings and make decisions. So it's kind of the kind of a light in the darkness that we can see. And these are our natural abilities based upon that specific placement. So this is kind of a trip to our underworld as well, because this is all about the occult as well. I mean, not only about, but this is where we find our occult information, is in our 8th house. So that's why we're taking a look at that. Okay. So I'm having fun with this. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with the so when we are looking at the 8th house in Aquarius, the magical powers often associated with this placement includes a strong ability to transform through deep connection with others, radical change on a collective level, and the power to assess and utilize shared subconscious energies. Whoa. Whoa. There is this show on somewhere. It is called, I think this is it. Nope. Wait. Let me look. I think it is called Sense8. Let me search it, because I'm pretty sure it's called Sense8, right? Like sense and then the number 8. Yes, it is. It is called Sense8. This show right here literally explains what that just said. Okay? This show is like seriously exactly what that just said. Sense8. So that's how you spell it, okay? It doesn't look like this though, and that's, or is it? Yes, it is. That is it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, okay? So it's a show that's on Netflix called Sense8. And I'm going to read this one more time. So radical change on a collective level and the ability to access and utilize shared subconscious energies. That reminds me of that show. So if you want to understand what I just said right there, I would suggest you go watch that show, because they really go hand in hand. Just like when we were looking at Scorpio and either Scorpio in the 8th or Libra in the 8th, we were talking about, oh yeah, it was Scorpio. So Scorpio in the 8th was talking about the ability to influence emotions and thoughts. That you would want to go and watch Push. And that would really explain that powerful ability. So the reason why if I can compare it to a movie or something, the reason why I'm calling these movies out for you guys to go and watch it is because sometimes me just reading this stuff to y'all, it just like, okay, that doesn't seem like no magic power. But if you see it at what, you know, Hollywood is taken, you know, to the max level, then you understand how far this thing can go. And so, yeah, go take a look at those. And some of those other magical abilities in that movie or in this show, Sense 8, are going to be there as well. We're talking about Push. We're talking about Sense 8. Only thing I haven't seen thus far is, I think the movie Jumper. Is it Jumper? I think it's Jumper, where the guy could like literally like teleport to like a whole nother place. Okay. So in reality, it's like the truth is in plain sight for many of us, but we have been, you know, either indoctrinated, we have either been, you know, bogged down with terrible food that doesn't allow us to live our actual light body. We're so weighed down. What else? The low frequency, low vibrational music and shows and content that we consume. All of those things really kind of hold us down to this lower level energy where we can't rise up to actually access some of these in the highest ways that they can be used. So just think about it. Just think about, hey, listen, you don't gotta believe me. You don't gotta think, you can think I'm crazy if you want to, but just go watch the movies and, you know, the show that I'm talking about. And just, it's just a thought. I'm not trying to force you to believe something, you know. Anyway, let's go back. So we're looking at Aquarius in the eighth house. And we're going to start over because that kind of blew my mind a little bit because I was not aware of that. So a strong ability to transform through deep connections with others, radical change on a collective level. And that makes sense because I've noticed that, and this has nothing to do because my 8th house is not even in Aquarius. So, but this has nothing to do with that. But that radical change on a collective level, I will tell you something. It is like sometimes when we talk about things here on this channel, it might take a little while, but eventually down the line it starts getting out, and then before you know it, it's like everybody starts feeling the same, saying this and doing the same, saying the same stuff. So to me, it feels as though that right there is a definite ability that is a real thing to me. To me, I see that as a real thing that is, to me, my mind can compute how that can actually be a reality. Okay. Moving forward, we're looking at power to access and utilize shared subconscious energies. Okay. Power to access and utilize shared subconscious energies, often manifesting as a talent for healing, insightful understanding of taboo subjects, and a drive to break down societal barriers through personal transformation. And this is real. This is real, okay? Wow. Okay, moving forward. Collective healing. So, I'm trying to do that. Okay. So a potent ability to heal others on a group level, often through innovative approaches or by addressing the root causes or shared issues within a community. Listen, I don't have 8th house in the Aquarius, right? But I be telling y'all, sometimes we be talking about this root cause stuff, you know, because that is so important. Listen, sometimes you got hundreds of layers of layers that just built up on some stuff. And here you are looking at the most recent layer, not remembering that back in 2019, this happened, which caused you to start feeling like that to begin with. You got to go back to address that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, maybe within the last maybe like the last 3 years ago, maybe we were really heavily talking about a lot of those childhood traumas, a lot of those dredging that stuff up by way of just getting it out of your system. And it's so key and so necessary. So I love seeing this, guys. This is awesome. Transformative relationships. So deep and intense connections with others that can lead to significant personal growth and transformation for both parties involved. This is why I don't believe, I believe that if you've got these 8th house placements, then that means that these are really going to be like heavy in you. But I also feel like if you've got certain placements in other areas as well, they can also still manifest in those ways, but maybe it manifests for that house. So for instance, if you got like the 5th house, what does the 5th house even represent? See, let me not pretend. Okay. Let's not pretend. Okay. 5th house astrology. All right, so the 5th house can represent romance, okay? Creativity, enjoyment, and pleasures, okay? So like self-pleasure. So let's just say if you got the Aquarius in that placement, then you have the ability to help people perform and grow through their pleasures. You know? I'm just saying. Okay. Leo. Leo, okay. Hey, D7 son, how you doing? So let's go for it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going because this is like, whoa. I'm so sorry, but this is just interesting to me. And I'm sorry if it's not interesting to you guys, but it is to me. Breaking taboos, a natural inclination to explore taboo subjects, uncovering hidden truths, and challenging societal norms through open communication. Yeah, I got that ability to do. I'm challenging y'all. Yeah, get your shit together. I'm just saying. I'm good. Thank you so much. So moving forward, we got psychic intuition. So a strong intuition. And once again, this is if you have Aquarius in the 8th house, okay? So we're not just talking about your sun sign, your moon sign, or your ascendant. Right now, we are focused on the 8th house. And in the 8th house, this is where you find your like magical powers, basically. Or like this is where you will thrive. This is where your occultic knowledge or occultic, understanding will manifest as success, almost immediate success, because this is something that you kind of naturally are drawn to, I suppose is the best way to say it. So psychic intuition says a strong intuition regarding the collective unconscious, allowing for deep insights into others' emotions and motivation. So that's interesting. So moving forward, we got the power of the group. Leveraging the energy of groups to create positive change and enact social transformation. So if you have Aquarius in the 8th house, this is for you. Okay, so we also have the important consideration. So boundaries are key. With 8th house, focus on deep intimacy. Houses focus on deep intimacy. It's crucial to maintain healthy boundaries to avoid becoming overly entangled in others' energies. This is so important because, listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes when you start recognizing and realizing that you could really pick up that deeply on other energies and stuff like that, it's just like, it's like a monkey in your back. Can you get off my back, bitch? Like, so just make sure that you have not just mental, emotional, physical boundaries, but there also has to be a level of spiritual boundaries as well. Okay, hey, look, don't just be dropping your energy off on me, goddammit. Pick your energy up and take it with you when you go. Take your spiritual demons or whatever fuck you brought this way and take them with you when you go. Okay. All right. And that's really important. And I can say that because this is just stuff that I've actually had to deal with, learn through, and understand through a lot of almost unnecessary situations. You know what I mean? Like some of this shit was just unnecessary. Like I didn't even need to go through that. Y'all could have just sent me to the book. Get your ass in the spiritual bath. No, you ain't have to put me through all that, right? So just be mindful of that. This is why we always talk about things such as like your spiritual baths, cleansing your energy, making sure that you're clearing out clutter, making sure that you, if you got to, cut a cord or something. You know what I mean? Do the cord cutting situation or ritual. If you got to, it's symbolic for cutting the fucking umbilical cord from a motherfucker that you don't need to be attached to, period. Okay? So that's it, and then there are other things that you can do, like herbs that you can take, teas you can drink, you know what I mean? Walking out in nature to kind of help cleanse your energy. Or there's visualization works that you can do as well. But some of this can also be just energetically just saying no. And that's just it. Okay. So conscious transformation. To utilize this power effectively, self-awareness and conscious efforts are needed to direct transformative energies towards positive outcomes. Okay. Social responsibility. This is what I was kind of trying to get at, I think, in Scorpio. When we talk about the positive and the negative on Scorpio in the 8th house. The 8th house in Aquarius signifies a responsibility to use one's power for the benefit of the collective, promoting positive change within communities. So this is a very powerful placement. Like if you've got 8th house, if you got Aquarius, if you got 8th house in Aquarius, you have the ability for collective change. Good or bad though, by the way, good or bad. And it's very interesting. It kind of makes me want to go back and look at certain people's natal charts of the past that have impacted the world moving forward to see how were the powers that were, okay, because they ain't about to be no more, the powers that were, how were they able to pick out the people that would change the trajectory of our communities, right? So this is very interesting to look at. It's definitely going to give me a lot to think about, because now it's putting me in a space where I want to understand on a deeper level how has these abilities been used by the dark side, right? Like, and I'm sure it's been used, you know, like, I'm sure it's been used. So it does cause you to want to go back and look at, okay, let's look at Tupac's natal chart, or let's look at, I don't know, maybe like Snoop Dogg's natal chart or something like that, right? Because it's like, now it's got you thinking. Mine is in Aries. Oh, mine's in Aries too. So I did Aries on the other video, and that one was way a little bit better because I was actually using an app that really helped break that down. That's not working today. How could you just leave me out here in the dark? Okay. But so I think what I'm going to do is I probably am going to cover these. I didn't realize that it was going to be doing this today when I started this video. So I'll probably end up having to cover these again. And it'll be in more in depth. But I am very intrigued by this information. Oh, I'm very intrigued by this information. Honestly, it matter of fact, let's just do it.
Oh my God, 107. Let's go. Wait, a hunting rifle with a sniper.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, because now I'm down the rabbit hole. Now we going down the rabbit hole, okay? All right.
Oh my God. Open the app.
Hold on. We're going down the rabbit hole now, okay?
Oh, we can literally move off.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Respawn. That means we have to use them. That's weird. Oh! The last player! Let's go!
Damn, there are hella Mount Vernons, ain't there? I thought there was only one in Missouri. I didn't know there was one every fucking where else.
Oh my God. No way. Okay, maybe it is easy when with no AR.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, is it not gonna give me that? Oh. Virgo. Is that right? Okay, here's what I just did. I just looked up DMX. And I believe that what I'm looking at is the 8th house in Virgo, okay? All right, so let's go back because we were looking at Virgo, right? That was one of our first little things here. Let's go back. Okay, so what did we discuss with Virgo? I don't even remember. It was just not that long ago. It was really not that long ago. Okay, so let's just reframe this query. Okay, 1 second. So let me see. He's fine. How are you? Okay, so I legit went and found DMX's information, okay? So we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out for real. Okay. Let's see if we can... that ain't it. All right, this can lead to a strong capacity for self-transformation and ability to support others in their own transformative journeys. The analytical and improvement-oriented nature of Virgo can introduce a unique perspective to the deep and transformative areas of life represented by the 8th house. I'll tell you what, right before DMX passed, he dropped some really good quotes. You know what I mean? Like some of the things that he was saying, I was like, bro, that's what I've been saying. Like, that's what I've been talking about. So yeah, this is, we're gonna, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna find, you know what I'm gonna do now? So now that we kind of discussed this, I feel like for Virgo through Aquarius, we definitely have to go back in and look at some of those a little bit more in depth. And I think some of them we really didn't even get a chance to cover tonight. So what we will do, what I will do, is we're going to come back to this topic because now I'm interested. Now I'm down the rabbit hole and I can't not go down the rabbit hole. Like, we're just gonna have to keep going. Okay. So for the moment, I will not stress myself if it's just not doing what it's supposed to do, but I will come back to this and we will explore this again because now I'm intrigued. I want to know how this was used and how it impacted society. Now, let's see if we can find, hold on. So Anthony Quinn, who's that? Does anybody know who Anthony Quinn is? All right, let's go. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking because now I'm interested. Like, I'm going to find out now. Okay, so let's see. OMG, I need to just let it go. I really do. I can let this go. Okay, here's what I'd like to do. First off, I want to say thank you. If you were interested in this topic, let me know. You know, comment, let me know. Keep going. Because we can go and explore other houses and other placements as well. I really was interested in the 8th house placement because that's where we would find, you know, our occultic abilities. Okay, because whether or not everybody believes me or agrees with me, rather, I feel that some of the sticky situations we done gotten ourselves into, okay, America, we need to use this magic and get ourselves out. Not to say that it's going to be like voodoo spells and like, you know, in the worst ways, but no, sometimes we're talking about simple stuff like the power of thought, you know, the power of influence. Like, and it is so interesting now that we are able to look at some of these abilities, because it is literally considered your magical powers, the 8th house, whatever that placement is, and whatever characteristics are there. Those are literally considered powers that you have that you can use in a magical type of way. And not, when I say magical, just remove the idea of like voodoo witches, like cracking chicken heads and necks and stuff. Just remove that idea, okay? That's not what we're talking about. Television, radio, movies. Yeah, I mean, to some degree, it's a little like magic, okay? The type of magic I'm talking about. There's a lot of subtleties to occultism, to magical, you know, things. And it's not always the craziest things we can think of. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you ever watched American Horror Story, and I think it was like the Coven season, the season with the Coven. And there were some of them, sometimes they were doing like this crazy stuff. And it's just like, bitch, like y'all doing what the hell is y'all cracking the chicken skull for? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that that is all that there is as it relates to magical abilities. I think that our thoughts, the things that we think, how we speak, you can put a hex on somebody by saying something strong enough, right? And we have read some of those things today. As a matter of fact, in Scorpio, hey Jeff, 8th house in Scorpio, we found that if you've got 8th in Scorpio, you have the ability to influence other people's emotions and thoughts. That's like hexing, you know what I mean? Like, if you say something strong enough or hard enough and you got enough feeling behind it, well, I guess you're about to make that happen, right? So that's where it's important for us to know these things so that we ourselves, either, you know, sometimes you decide that you want to just use it for your own, you know, for your own taking over of the world. That's fine, whatever. But also it can be a great benefit and a great help to others as well. So we should be considering that also. And I think that that's something, you know, interesting. It's worth looking into for me. Right now, what I'm super interested in understanding is what famous people have specific 8th house placements, and I want to see how they use them. You know what I mean? Like, how did you use your powers? So yeah, I guess that's my dark little rabbit hole that I'll go down probably late at night researching. What magical powers does, I don't know, Elon Musk have? Whatever, you know, but I don't know what my late night search is. But I am going to definitely take a look at these things, start exploring these a little bit more, maybe even see if I can grab some of my astrology books to see if there's more details or more information in those books about these placements, because it is now got my interest. I am very interested now. So yeah. Well, I don't know. Does anybody have anything that they would like me to look up right now? Nothing. Oh no, hold on. Hold on, one more. Hold on. Okay, so I'm not trying to freak y'all out, but I just found some new information. Okay, all right. So 8th house placement. Let's take a look. So death, especially when it pertains to astrology, is a very sticky and uncomfortable subject. No one wants to think about it, of course. So the 8th house and death. So the 8th house is often also thought of as death, the house of death. It's ruled by Scorpio and Pluto, and traditionally governs and relates to death, inheritance, sex, personal transformation, and debt. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So it basically goes down the way in which you will die based upon your 8th house placement. So I don't know if I want to go to the morgue right now, but let me see. So you may live to see 80, 90, or even older age if you are a Capricorn in 8th house. So these people have the abilities to live their very strong, very longest lives if they take good care of themselves and keep working. Okay, that sounds good. But this Aquarius in 8th house is not that great. It's unexpected, quick, and painless. Oh, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. See, I don't know if I want to read that out loud, you know? I don't want to freak y'all out, okay? Hey, Aquarius Bay West. Listen, I don't want to freak y'all out, but, you know, this is interesting, okay? This is very interesting. So I just finished and I started thinking about what does this mean? I just finished up with Aquarius in the 8th house. And I have to go back and do Sagittarius, Capricorn. Sagittarius and Capricorn, we got to go back and do. But I just finished up with Aquarius. And it got me to thinking because when I did Aquarius, it showed some very interesting abilities, which got me to thinking down a rabbit hole, which got me to looking up DMX's date of birth and birthplace so we can find out what his 8th house was. Okay. Yes, it did. And his 8th house was in Virgo. Okay, let's go look at that. Let's see. Virgo, so health issues or virus or contagious illness. Stay on top of your health. Develop good hygiene. Yep. Okay. All right. So let's see what else. Oh, goodness Lord. So this is also the house of death. So not only is it the house of your occult, but it's also the house of death, which will give you signs of how your death might be, basically. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, so in today's video, nope, we didn't do Leo in today's video. We did Leo in the video from a few days ago. Let me grab the link for you in case you want to go check that out. Let me grab the link for you because on that video, we did Pisces through Leo. Yep. So Leo's going to be the very last one. Now, the thing is, the 8th house in these videos, in this little series that I'm covering, I'm only covering the magical powers of your 8th house. I didn't cover the death. Okay, now I'm down this rabbit hole, the rabbit hole of what death might be for certain placements. And now I'm like, well, shit. Because this is a whole new realm of information that I have to discover now. Oh my goodness, it's so much. Oh, we're going to uncover that. We're going to look into this. As a matter of fact, I feel like I should be making another video just covering this right here. All right, we're going to look into that in a little bit. In the meantime, on the other video, I did cover, let's see, we covered Pisces through Leo in the first video that I did, which was kind of a few days back, 2 days ago. Here it is. I found it, and I'm going to share that link with you guys. And there that is. So you got that. And You are interested in this, Shaylee? Good Lord. Thank you for this. Yeah, me too. I'm probably gonna be here all night looking at placements, looking at astrology, researching. Okay, so this can lead to a strong capacity for oh my goodness. So there are a few that we do have to cover. So we do have to go back to do Sagittarius and Capricorn. And then I feel like for honestly, I feel like this video today, looking at Virgo through Aquarius, 8th house for your magical power specifically, I feel like I would like to kind of get a little bit more in depth on these, because we kind of just covered what those abilities might be. We didn't uncover the challenges like we did in the original video. We talked about the challenges. We talked about how you can uncover these, and we talked about the actual powers that you may have. So I really want to share those here as well. So I will most likely come back and let us discuss this again, especially since now we're talking about death. So we might be on the 8th house for 8 weeks, guys. I'm just saying, because we got to look at the death part of it. We got to look at the transformation part of it. We got to look at the magical part of it. You know, it's just so much to uncover here. And I am totally intrigued now that according to this thing right here, you can find out how you're going to die based upon your 8th house placement. Like, you got to know an idea of how you're going to die. So for instance, Aries 8th house placement, which I have an Aries in 8th house, it says the combination typically shows a death which will relate to a fire, anger, rash impulse, as in driving too fast or acting without thinking, blood illnesses or loss of blood, or fights or disputes with other people which you may lose. I'm gonna lose a fight and die. Oh no. Be extra careful in these areas. If you are anemic or have any other blood ailments or illnesses, pay extra attention to your health. Okay. So I don't have any, like, I don't think any blood related illnesses, but I still need to pay extra attention to my health just because. So for instance, let's go back. So let's actually, since tonight we were supposed to cover Virgo through Aquarius, let's look at those. I will do that because obviously we were supposed to cover the magical powers, but let's just do it. Okay. So I actually think I have blood illness. Oh no. We are extra. It's a crash course. Yes, it is. So, oh, you can see how you will die. Yeah. So look, we're going to go through Virgo. So Virgo in the 8th house means, and it means, okay, listen, first off, disclaimer. This is a very strong disclaimer that I make to you guys. Please do not let this work in your mind and get you to thinking that I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Please understand that, you know, as we know life, death is a part of that life, right? And we don't have to harbor on death as in it's going to happen today or happen tomorrow. I hope you don't psych yourself out by this stuff. And if you think it's going to psych you out, then actually click off. Like, don't watch this part, okay? If you think you can handle it, then let's go, okay? If you got 8th house in Virgo, okay, it says this. And that's awesome because that says how much we are alike as far as more protective for my people. Right. So Virgo says if you've got 8th and if you got 8th house in Virgo, so this death is usually related to health issues, intestinal problems, or illnesses, or virus or contagious illnesses. Stay on top of your health. Develop good hygiene, visit your doctor often, and protect yourself from nervous tensions that may cause intestinal or stomach upset. Be careful with medicines. Okay. If you got Libra, 8th in the Libra, or Libra in 8th, this death is often related to diabetes or sweets. For these people, death will most likely be very peaceful, beautiful, and even artistic. Wow. Okay, moving forward. So it might also happen in sleep at the same time as your spouse or in another easy, loving way. This is a smooth death which will come at a time when you are totally at peace. Okay. If you've got 8th house in Scorpio, so these are mysterious deaths, sexual deaths, possibly related to STDs that possibly occur during war or sometimes during sexual experiences. Hidden quite often, these people pass alone or very rarely by someone else's hand. This death is usually quite intense and spiritually enlightening. Be extra careful in matters of sex. Get regular checkups or of your reproductive organs and protect yourself from sexual illnesses and refrain from provoking others. All right, if you've got 8th house in Sagittarius, this death occurs in a faraway land or while traveling. These people typically do not pass away near their homes, but probably while on a trip, while on the road, or overseas. However, they are likely to attain old age and only pass away when their bodies are too tired to carry on. It may be a carefree death that is quite easy. Since Sagittarius is also linked to sports, you should be careful of playing sports and sports-related injuries. This death could involve foreigners and might also be related to growths such as tumors or even obesity. Protect yourself from growths by dealing with stress and emotions quickly so that they do not build up. Be extra careful while traveling and driving. All right, let's look at Capricorn. Okay. So Capricorn in the 8th house. If you got Capricorn in the 8th, it says you may live to see 80, 90, or even an older age. These people have the ability to live the very longest lives if they take good care of themselves and keep working. Bodies typically begin to go downhill after retirement, so the key to an exceptionally long life is to keep on working. If not in a career, find other fulfilling work to keep yourself busy well into old age. Hobbies, volunteering, being a caretaker for others, etc. Be careful of your knees and teeth and work-related stresses. Okay. If you've got 8th in the Aquarius, this death is likely unexpected, quick, and painless. People with this placement typically pass very unexpectedly in some bizarre accident, shocking everyone around them. This death might even be related to their friends. They might die at the same time as some of their friends while with a friend, etc. So stay aware of your surroundings and strive not to act with too much haste. Okay. Yeah, that's what we were supposed to cover today. All right, I guess we can look at Cancer. So if you've got 8th house in Cancer, this combination indicates a death that happens at home, surrounded by loved ones. It might also happen at a very same time as parents or other family members passing. It could also be related to accidents in the home, food, obesity, breast cancer, or stomach illnesses. Or stomach issues. Take extra care of your breast and stomach area. Regular breast exams are encouraged even for men. Yeah, so that's that. So I guess we might as well finish off the rest of them. So let me go see here. What else do we miss? So we did Aquarius, we did Capricorn. Okay, let's do Pisces. So Pisces, those who have Pisces in the 8th house are often the ones who pass in their sleep in an easy spiritual death. This death is usually an extremely spiritual happening, very peaceful, dreamy, and even beautiful. It can also be related to sacrificing your life to protect another. It might also be a water-related death or one due to drugs, alcohol, suicide, or fluid buildup somewhere in the body. Be careful around water and refrain from drugs and alcohol. Okay. So did we do Aries? I think we did Aries. 8th in Taurus. Since Taurus is ruled by Venus, this usually indicates a very peaceful passing. The death could be related to a throat or neck, overeating, diabetes, or caused by some earthly event like a natural disaster. These folks are usually quite old when they pass and usually have a legacy. Their deaths may even make history. So if you have Gemini in the 8th house, most of the time this combination expires via respiratory complications. Excuse me. Pneumonia, asphyxia, blockages in the airways, lung disease, smoking, emphysema, lack of breath. Be Extra careful looking after your lungs. Quit smoking if you are a smoker. Okay, so the next one we did Cancer. I think we did that, right? With the stomach and stuff. Okay, so 8th house in Leo. So if you have 8th house in Leo, so most often a Leo 8th house's death is related to the heart. So heart troubles and heart attacks are highlighted. It might also happen as a result of overstimulating yourself as in a fight or other risky venture. It could also be related to a very grand, dramatic event, such as on TV, in front of a crowd or audience, or in an otherwise bold way. Keep your heart in the best shape possible, eat well, and focus on getting cardiovascular exercise as often as you can. Whew, okay. And Virgo, we did do this one with the intestinals and health and good hygiene and all that good stuff like that. So did we do Libra? I think we did. Did we do Virgo? Yeah, we did Virgo, Libra, so real. Okay, so that's that, guys. I am going to bookmark this page here because we're gonna come back here. We're gonna explore that, and we're going to do some research. We're gonna find out, is it true? Okay, is it true? Let's find out. Is it true? So, wow. What? Oh, I didn't know that. Like, first off, I didn't know any of that. I was looking for the 8th house specifically for magical powers and your magical abilities. I did not know that you could determine death by it. And let's go back to mine, because what? Oh, loss of blood is also another way too. Okay, so let's see here. Let me look at your comments. So ours is the worst. Aries is God of War. No, serious though. Like, that's one of the worst. So the Aries, and let's see what else was terrible. Everybody else had a nice soft death. Oh, you're gonna die with family. Ours is like, we going in this bitch, right? Leo's was kind of interesting. It's like, damn, why I gotta be on TV when I go? Why I gotta be on stage and shit? You know, like, damn.
Yeah, because I'm not that good at editing. Yeah.
Oh no, Scorpio was pretty bad. 8th and Scorpio was pretty bad too. Another one that I think is pretty kind of concerning is the Sagittarius too, because it's like they're dying. Like, what if they go to Europe and then die? How the hell you gonna get home? Like, you know what I mean? Like, your family just gonna have to be like, you know what I mean? Like, we missed you. We're so sorry we couldn't be at your funeral. Like, damn, like what? You know, so certain things like that is just, wow. What a mess. Okay, I guess that's it then. I'm not gonna, you know, okay, I'm not gonna mess around. Now, this is interesting too, though, because now it makes me wonder, like, about your tropical versus your, oh Lord, yeah, for Sagittarius, yeah. So it makes you wonder about, like, your tropical versus your Vedic and all this stuff like that. And, I don't know. Anyway, I think this is super interesting. I'm super glad that I came up about this stuff. So let's see what else we can find out about this. So,
We can pick up mobility. Only gray.
money transactions with others. Aha, let's do it.
Yeah.
Hold on, because some of y'all got an inheritance coming, don't you? Hold on. So I'm a Leo rising Vedic. All right, let's see.
We both have like one method.
Hmm. This is something that I'm going to do some research on, guys. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to do any more researching right now in y'all face because we'll be here all night. Just don't get me to type it now, okay? It'll be a mess. Y'all be like, Aqua, we're still here. And y'all know how I can get off in my little rabbit hole sometimes when I'm interested in something. Now I got to find out more and find out more and find out more. Okay, so let's just leave it alone. Let's just leave it alone. So rebirth, the physical rebirth or just the transformative rebirth? See, look. Yeah, I got a lot to look into. So I will not continue anymore. I'm going to close these little tabs even though I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm going to close them though. Okay, I'm going to close them so we can leave it and we can come back with another video and talk about this on another video. But so the only thing that we did not get to cover today was the magical powers of Sagittarius and Capricorn in the 8th house. But of course, let's see if we can get some change up in this mother. In this mother. Let's see if this is going to bring me anything. Nope, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. See, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, so let me just leave that alone. So Pluto will burn you the fuck down. Not caring of what or who is in its way so that it can be rebirth. Okay, transformative is the house ruled by Pluto, and Pluto gives 0 fucks. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I feel that this is super interesting to look at. It is something that I am excited to learn about, new things, you know, and so this will be my new sort of direction, is the study of astrology, really getting a great understanding of this stuff and, you know, really learning the breakdowns of these things. So yeah. So how's everybody been doing? How we doing out there in the world? Do not forget that I shared a link earlier. It is the video that's going to lead you to, what's that video? That is the 8th house, the magical powers of the 8th house for Pisces through Leo, I think. And I think that Pisces is going to actually come second because I think I started with Aries and then I realized that Pisces was right before. Yes. So let's see. Oh, good. Really good with numbers and other people's money. Okay. It's the responsibility of it all. Like, listen, I don't want nobody chasing me down. Y'all already seeing my 8th house is letting it be known it's going to be a big fight. So let me just do the right thing, okay? Let me just do the right thing. Yeah, I mean, I am very interested to kind of keep diving into these astrological placements, get to know more, learn more. It's a learning process for me, by the way. I started my tarot channel like that too, though. So I think when I first started doing tarot, I wasn't, when I first started this channel, actually, rather, I was picking up tarot within like the last, I don't know, year or so of that time period. And I wasn't fully comfortable reading for like other people, as in y'all. And I quickly was encouraged to just do it. You know, the best thing that you can do is just learn. And even though over the last few months, oh, wait. Okay, we are in there like swimwear. So let's get back. So we need to focus on Sagittarius and Capricorn. So let's go ahead and get Sagittarius and Capricorn. before we go, I was about to go. I know y'all was like, Aqua, I know you're not going to leave me hanging and you didn't do Sagittarius and the Capricorn. You didn't even do them. You didn't even do them. I know. Just calm down. I'm going to do them right now. Okay? Alrighty. So, Sagittarius in the 8th house. We are going to pull all of this stuff. One of the things that I'm really getting to a point now where I really want to start kind of using whatever knowledge and information we can gather, using the natal chart, using the information that comes from our birth charts, because I want to be more familiar with it, you know? And so, and I've also found that there seems to be a lot more accuracy as it relates to kind of predictions and seeing how things might roll out and happen. There are a lot of, I feel like there's just a lot more accuracy when it comes to this. So this is something that I am personally interested in, you know, moving forward with and using. And so, yeah, let's go down this journey. We first started here, this channel, first I was just doing tarot and stuff like that. But we also talked about my spiritual journey and how it's been unfolding for me. We began to talk about your spiritual journey and how it's unfolding for you. And, you know, with that, we've gained a lot of knowledge, awareness, and, you know, we've been learning, bouncing ideas, and just gaining more understanding in general. So, all right. So this, for sure. Alrighty. So my sun is right on the vertex. Oof. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad, but all right, so let's take a look. So does that mean that you're like, what do they call it? A cusper? Is that what that means or no? Or is the vertex and the cusper different things? They're probably different things. So those are the things that I really need to learn about. It's like the trine, the vertex. What else is there? There's some other terms. There's some other terms that I need to become more familiar with too. Okay, so let's look. The 8th house in a is associated with your deep transformation realms, all that good stuff, blah, 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 blah. Philosophical depth and transformation, occult and mystical interest. No. Let's be... I was watching, oh, do you guys watch, you know what I watch? I watch, this show called Lioness on Amazon. It's got Zoe Saldana in it and stuff. So, yeah. I need to. All right. So. Magical powers of 8th house of Sagittarius. Spiritual transformation and rebirth. Sagittarius in the 8th house often brings profound spiritual awakening and transformation. People with this placement may experience powerful rebirths through philosophical or spiritual shifts. Their ability to transcend personal limitations comes from an understanding of universal truths, often gained through direct experiences that challenge their worldview. They may reincarnate spiritually many times over in their lifetime, evolving through their understanding of life and death. That's interesting. Almost like you die and then you come back again, and you die and come back again, maybe? So the magical power. So the ability to transform through deep philosophical or spiritual insights, use knowledge as a tool for personal and spiritual rebirth. Okay. You know, personally, I feel like when you have those spiritual like rebirths, it's like a real experience. It's like you feel it, right? So just keep that in mind, okay? Moving forward, I'm gonna go talk to y'all. I know we've supposed to have been done this, so fine. Occult wisdom and hidden knowledge. So the eighth house deals with the hidden mysteries and esoteric realms. Yes. Which naturally drawn knowledge. So Sagittarius, which is naturally drawn to knowledge, this can heighten one's intuition and connection to the occult or mystical realms. Sagittarius' natural curiosity and philosophical nature may lead these individuals to study ancient texts, esoteric knowledge, astrology, alchemy, or other forms of occult wisdom. And I feel as though it's like you're drawn to those studies, but I also feel that there's some element that may make it very easy for you to digest and assume the maybe not assume, but yeah, kind of assume the knowledge into your own life. Okay, hopefully I said that right. Magical power, so the ability to tap into hidden esoteric knowledge and to gain insights that others might miss. Boom, that's what I was trying to say. So their understanding of occult subjects may come naturally as they have an innate connection to deep truths and wisdom. Okay. Psychic and intuitive insight. Sagittarius, so strong psychic abilities, particularly related to understanding the deep hidden forces in life and the transformative experiences of others. Their intuition is likely to be accurate when it comes to understanding people's hidden motives or sensing unseen energies. So that's what we were talking about earlier when I was like, I feel like you have the ability to like, maybe I've said see, intangible energies, but that's basically what I'm trying to see. Like that, what I was trying to say was that I felt like Sagittarius had the ability to like, if there is like a ghost over there, nobody else is seeing it, but Sagittarius is like, bitch, it's something over there. Like, it's something. Maybe they don't see it, but maybe they feel it strongly enough to be like, it's something over there. Okay. All right. So magnetism and transformation. So magical power. So a magnetic and transformative energy that draws others into their orbit, especially in situations of deep change or renewal. Their presence often acts as a catalyst for others' growth and transformation. I can get that. I can feel that. Okay. Okay, healing through can you say it right? Healing through philosophy and wisdom. So the magical power is the ability to heal through wisdom, perspective, and insight. They can often they can offer guidance that helps others navigate deep emotional and psychological wounds, often offering philosophical or spiritual solutions to existential crises, which makes you wonder, in order to get to that point, does that mean that they themselves have to go through those experiences in order to like be able to help people with those things? Manifesting through vision and optimism. So magical powers is the power to manifest transformation through optimism, vision, and belief in the higher purposes of challenges. They possess the ability to see the light at the end of the tunnel and to help others find their way out of the dark. So I've been saying this, or I said this at least for sure in the other video, but I know I was trying to say it a couple times this video. Because you have the eighth house in specific zodiac sign does not mean that you're not also able to make use or have access to some of these other abilities. I do believe that, maybe you have Sagittarius and some other, thing, and that may give you access to some of these abilities as well. And then sometimes in your natal chart, you'll find that you have like multiple, like you might have like fourth and fifth Aquarius, you know what I mean? You might have some of the same stuff. No, I'm saying this the wrong way. Okay, so like for instance, you might have Aquarius, you might have Venus in Aquarius, and then like, I don't know, Lilith in Aquarius or something like that. So I feel like that means that, in different ways, you may be able to tap into the energy of whatever that zodiac, the characteristics of that zodiac sign and or planet, ruling planet. And you most likely have multiple abilities, by the way. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Moving forward, understanding and manipulating energies of death and rebirth. Whoa. The ability to understand and manipulate the energies of death and rebirth. This could manifest as an ability to let go of what no longer serves them and help others do the same, facilitating powerful personal transformations. I mean, if we're expanding this on like the most right and the most left possibility, okay? Remember on American Horror Stories when somebody died and they brought them back to life? Now, I know that's not what they was talking about here, but just think about it, okay? Okay, so moving forward, so let's just see. Okay, so challenging the status quo in intimacy and shared resources. So the power to break taboos and challenge societal norms regarding intimacy, sexuality, and shared resources. They may have an unconventional or even prophetic understanding of how to create more authentic, liberated connections with others. Nice. Intuitive wisdom in financial matters. So, an intuitive understanding of how to manage and grow wealth, especially when it comes to joint ventures, inheritances, investments. They may have a knack for attracting money or resources in unconventional ways, often through transformative opportunities. Astrological and mystical insights. So magical powers would be the ability to understand and use astrology or other forms of divination to gain deeper insights into life's mysteries and to use these insights for both personal growth and to guide others. So that's what we're doing right now. That's literally what we're doing right now, okay? So if you've got the 8th house in Sagittarius, this is you. You know, you're going to be able to just do all that, okay? So absolutely amazing. It's so interesting because it's like, even though there's like a vast array of what the mystical like abilities of each 8th house placement is, they all still have their own little qualities about them that are kind of cool, okay?
Wait, that's the key. No wonder we couldn't find them. Was someone already close to them?
Okay, one of us is having a vertex transition. That's interesting. I don't know, but we're gonna get into we're gonna start looking at that, Shaky. I'm gonna have to get you on a Zoom and we can look at it and you show me what it looks like because I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. All right. So in summary, the 8th house in Sagittarius is a combination of deep transformative energies, an expansive philosophical approach to life. Magical powers associated with this placement revolve around understanding hidden knowledge, healing through wisdom, attracting transformative experiences, and manifesting change through optimism and vision. There's a unique blend of mystical insights, intellectual depth, and the ability to transform and transcend through higher knowledge, making this placement potent for personal growth and helping others in profound ways. Wow! Wowza! I love that. OMG. OMG. Shut up. I'm so sorry. Okay. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much, so much, so much. I love it. Have you done Capricorn yet? I'm about to do Capricorn right now, actually. We did do a little bit of, but remember we had to go back and do Sagittarius and Capricorn. So, yep, we're about to do that right now, like literally right now. So, bear with, okay? Bear with. No!
Leave someone over here, drop a better shot. Not a good one.
Okay, so Capricorn in the 8th house. Excuse me so much. I covered it a little bit, but I didn't go in depth like I did with the other ones. So let's just Let's just make it even here, okay? So Capricorn in the 8th is an intriguing and powerful placement that blends disciplined, ambitious, grounded qualities of Capricorn with the transformative, mysterious energies of the 8th house, which is associated with deep psychological processes, shared resources, and the occult. People with this placement may not typically flaunt their magical abilities, but they possess a quiet, potent strength that can manifest in various ways. Here's a breakdown of the magical powers for Capricorn in the 8th. So we got the practical magic. So, all right, let's look. We're looking at the mastery over transformation. So Capricorn in the 8th is deeply connected to the cycles of death and rebirth, both metaphorically and literally. These individuals have the power to transform their lives into sheer willpower through sheer willpower and endurance. They may not embrace change easily, but once they do, they possess the ability to reconstruct themselves in profound ways. Yeah, I did. So, okay, so a couple things that we discussed in this video. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go back after we're done with this video and create timestamps. But because we had an issue with our little situation, getting the right details, we had a pause in Capricorn and Sagittarius. And so then we focused on the death and how each how each sign in the 8th house is assumed to die. Okay, so if you're not able to do that without having nightmares by listening to that, then don't listen to it. Okay, don't listen to it if you won't be able to not have nightmares. Okay, all right, so not trying to be funny. So how do you practical magic? So they can practice this magic they can practice magic involving transformation, rebirth, and regeneration, such as spells for personal growth, self-mastery, or shedding old patterns. Powerful intuition and psychic protection. So while Capricorn is often considered a sign that's more rational than intuitive, when placed in the 8th house, it can give rise to strong, grounded intuition that is highly practical and results oriented. These individuals may have an uncanny ability to sense hidden motives, understand complex emotional dynamics, and see through facades. So practical magic is Capricorn in the 8th house is excellent at protective magic, such as warding off negative energy, psychic shielding, or creating barriers against harmful influences. They may also be adept at banishing spells, especially when they are aimed at transforming a situation that has been stuck or at eliminating emotional blocks. I think it's important when we're looking at these, by the way, and I'm taking a little bit of interlude because there's more, because sometimes, just like we looked at some of those other placements, you may be better at one thing and I might be better at another thing. We bring them two together and boom, you know what I mean? Y'all remember watching Charmed? The power of 3 must be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got to bring it together, okay? All together now. All right, moving forward. I'm done. Mastery of shadow work and underworld. So the 8th house rules the unconscious mind, taboos, and darker aspects of life, including the so-called shadow self. Capricorn's stoic and disciplined nature allows those with this placement to confront and integrate their shadow with efficiency and grace. They may feel comfortable working with occult knowledge or exploring hidden realms in a methodical, grounded manner. The practical magic of this is these individuals might be drawn to work with ancestor spirits, rites of passage, and death-related magic. They are capable of performing rituals that help release old trauma, break karmic cycles, and move past emotional or spiritual stagnation. Financial and resource magic. Capricorn in the 8th house may be deeply connected to financial matters, particularly those that involve other people, inheritance, joint ventures, etc. There's an inherent understanding of how wealth, resources, and power flow, and a practical knack for managing and accumulating them over time. Practical magic. So these individuals can practice wealth building magic, especially magic for that focuses on long-term gains, stability, and creating a solid foundation. They are adept at spells for increasing financial security, managing shared resources, or unlocking hidden financial opportunities. So the rituals for long-term goals. So Capricorn is an earth sign. And in the eighth house, it brings the ability to set long-term magical intentions with precision and discipline. These individuals have the stamina to see magical workings through to fruition, even if it takes years. Now, see, this is interesting because we were looking at eighth and Taurus, and one of the challenges for Taurus was exactly the opposite of Capricorn. So in the eighth house, so it's saying that Capricorn, they got time, right? They got time to wait years and years and years for some shit to go through. But Taurus needed to work on that. So Taurus was like, it was saying that basically in Taurus, yours might take a while, so be patient. Capricorn already got the patience it need. You know what I mean? Let it take years. It's fine. Right? It's cool. I got other shit I can do. Right? But Taurus was not the same. So you see how sometimes, one element may have, certain things about it that works and flows and well in this way. But then also they're so practical that, for instance, if something needed to be done like boom, smack dab right now, maybe some of their work might not be like that. If you need to check a motherfucker real quick, right? Which we got to go back to Aries. I got to go back and look at the one for Aries because it was like impulsive and stuff, which is interesting because I'm not even like that. Like as far as it relates to, especially to my magical, I'm not impulsive with my magical work. So that was interesting. If you did not get a chance to watch the first video where we did talk about Aries and eighth, it does mention being impulsive during your magical work. Whereas here with Capricorn, it's like, oh, you're slow. You don't mind. You got time, take years. So this is just interesting to look at the differences in them too. So their ability to plan and strategize means that they can manifest big transformative goals over time. The practical magic is they excel in goal-oriented magic, such as setting long-term intentions, especially those related to power, transformation, and material success. They may work with rituals that involve time and patience, gradually building towards a major breakthrough. Alchemical power. So Capricorn in the eighth house may resonate with alchemical energies, particularly the process of turning base elements such as personal fears, limitations, or challenges into something higher, which is good. That's like transmutation. That's what we talk. We talk about transmutation a lot here. So this placement is well suited for deep soul level alchemical work, wherein other patterns are transmuted into new elevated forms of self-mastery. They may engage in inner alchemy using symbols, mantras, or rituals that facilitate the transformation of negative emotions or limiting beliefs into more productive, empowering states. They are likely to prefer a structured, methodical approach to this work. Excuse me. Psychological and emotional healing powers. Capricorn's connection to the eighth house also gives them, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. All of a sudden I got tired. Okay. So, Capricorn's eighth house also gives them a natural talent for psychological and emotional healing, especially in helping others face their fears and heal deep wounds. Their ability to navigate difficult emotional terrain with maturity and patience makes them excellent guides in the areas of therapy, counseling, and transformative spiritual work. So the healing magic, particularly that which involves deep emotional or psychological healing, is a strength of this placement. They might use rituals or spells to facilitate healing or trauma, or to guide others through difficult emotional or spiritual transitions. Okay, so one more thing is that the magnetic charisma and control over power dynamics. So the 8th house is about power and control, and with Capricorn here, individuals may possess a quiet but strong ability to influence and control power dynamics in relationships, groups, or even broader societal structures. They may not be overtly manipulative, but they are highly aware of how power is wielded and can navigate these dynamics effectively. They may be drawn to magic related to leadership, authority, or influence, such as spells for personal empowerment or for the ability to create and sustain authority in professional or social contexts. So even though Capricorn in the 8th house doesn't typically lead to more dramatic, flashy forms of magic, it endows its individuals with a powerful, grounded connection to the mysteries of life, death, transformation, and the occult. Their magical abilities are often more subtle, practical, and strategic, focused on long-term goals, personal mastery, and inner alchemy. They're also likely to work within systems, creating structures or ritual of an order, and their magic is often the result of discipline, patience, and sustained effort. Okay. All right. Okay. So we just finished up then. All right. All right. So it took us a little bit, but we finally got to Sagittarius in the 8th and Capricorn in the 8th house. It's kind of making me want to go get that in-depth read for the other ones real quick. Let me just, hold on. Okay. It said, nah, boo. No, 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 no. Let me see. So I did a Google search, hunty. You just gotta type in the right query, though. Hey. I'm okay. How about you?
You guys check the mail today?
I didn't.
Can I?
Yeah. Okay, guys. So look, this is all I'm gonna do. I'm done because we uncovered the depth of each 8th house zodiac. We uncovered Virgo through Aquarius, and yeah, you can't even tell too much, or is it because of lights in my eyes?
Really?
Yeah, barely. I just gotta rub some dirt on top of it. I'm just waiting. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm gonna cover that for tonight. I'm gonna leave it here because we've covered quite a bit tonight, and I think I'm gonna start preparing future videos for this breakdown of placements and stuff like that. I'm super interested. I hope you are too. If you are interested in finding out more about, you know, what the house, you know, what this sign in this specific house may represent for you, then let me know. I'm super interested. Comment, let me know. Tell me, oh, Aqua. Okay, I've got Taurus in the 3rd house. I need to know what that means. Or Aqua, my 4th house is full of Sagittarius. I need to know what that means. And then little bit by little bit, I'm going to learn about, you know, how this all works as far as it relates to astrology. I'm very interested. Hi.
Hello.
Is that what you were waiting for?
tell you what I learned.
What?
I don't like where your 8th house is because I heard you say speeding. And then in my 8th house, it said dying, protecting somebody. Just
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. I'm almost done.
that's why you have a chauffeur.
I'm almost done here. Okay. So, yes, we've covered a couple things. I really love this too, Crazy Babe West. If you guys are interested, start getting those things up. And I know obviously you guys can look at it yourselves, but we can kind of talk about it and go back and forth. And, oh, yours is this and mine is that. And what do you think about that? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I just think it's kind of fun to just share it with each other and stuff like that. So just now we covered in this video, we covered the magical powers from Virgo to Aquarius. And we also covered the death. So according to the 8th house, according to, you know, astrologers and stuff like that, they can determine or kind of loosely determine potential ways in which you may die based upon your 8th house placement. So, it's kind of scary, but also, you know, I think I like this whole thing. So we're going to find out more. We're going to find out more, and we're also going to know where to take this next. I don't know what else to look into. I feel like the 8th house has so much more to uncover for us. So maybe I'll try to look into some different queries or whatever, find some more interesting stuff, and we will see. Oh, so that's another thing. We're going to find out how the music industry specifically, okay, used potentially astrology to impact the community. No, I cannot do Aries again. No, no, no. But I will. How about this? I will go and look at the other video, because in the other video, that's where Aries is at. Aries is over there. So on the other video, I will look at that, and then I will look at this video and kind of find a balance between the two and see if if I cover it again, it will be just on another video though. I can't do it tonight, but it will be on another video. So that's it, guys. That's it for tonight. Let me end this video right here, right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit that bell, and we will see you on the next one.